members into the club. I'm excited to chaperone this meeting along with Equanimity and Poise. To help me in the proceedings of the meeting today, I'll be calling on a gentleman who loves money. And when he comes to the stage, ensure you ask him about money. This gentleman is no other than Toastmaster Nameti Akpan, who is an accountant, and he is a member of your premier speakers and Kuwait Challengers Toastmasters Club. He's on the pathway engaging humor, and his hobbies include playing snooker, listening to classical music, and reading spiritual literature. His favorite quote is, "The bird does not sing because it needs an answer. It sings because it has a song." And this is a Chinese proverb. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, with rapturous applause, please welcome to the virtual lectern, Toastmaster Nameti Akpan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chisom, Toastmaster of the day, and greetings, dear Pectenites. I mean, I wanted to say fellow Pectenites because at this point, I feel at home, and I see you as my guest. I know it should be the other way around, but we'll talk about that later. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for already letting us know that we have a lot to do today and we'll have to manage time. Today, I'll be serving as general evaluator for this meeting, and I'm doubly excited. I have a fantastic team of role players. My duty would be to work with these role players and provide feedback on how we fare in this meeting, feedback on the things we've done well, and feedback on the areas that we can improve. And to work with me, I have a fantastic team, like I said earlier. So I'll quickly bring up the grammarian, who is, it should be the other way around, but let me start with the grammarian, who is a business development manager, and she is in Surulere Toastmasters Club on the presentation mastery part. Her favorite quote is, "The only constant thing in life is change." And I dare add that she is a very beautiful Toastmaster. Please let us make welcome Toastmaster Chika Odili Ihanacho, a grammarian for today's meeting. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Please confirm that she's on the call, or we need to invite the next role player.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Excellent. Good evening. Loud and clear.
You can't see me. All right. So I was thinking you were going to call the timer first, so I didn't know you were going to call me first. But that's fine. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. As a grammarian, today it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers. I'll listen carefully to their language usage, and I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Introducing the word of the day. The word of the day is equanimity. Equanimity. Please say that please say that together with me. Equanimity.
Equanimity.
All right. So it means calmness and composure, especially under pressure or in a difficult situation. It also means the state of being in control of your emotions. Word family, equanimous. Adjective, equanimously. Adverb. An example, even in stressful situations, maintaining equanimity helps protect our mental well-being. Example 2, Toastmasters are renowned for their remarkable equanimity as leaders and public speakers. Synonyms, calmness, composure, self-control, and poise. I'll encourage every speaker to try as much as possible to make use of the word of the day. At the end of this session, I will give the grammarians reports when called upon to do so. Thank you, and it's over to you, the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, grammarian. That was very equanimously done. Thank you. And our next role player will be the R counter. The R counter is a microbiologist and data analyst. She is a member of Pecten Toastmasters Club on the presentation mastery part. Her hobbies include watching movies, traveling, and listening to music. Her favorite quote, "Be the change you want to see in the world," by Mahatma Gandhi. And I often tell people, when people quote Mahatma Gandhi, then you have to pay rapt attention to them. Let's make welcome Toastmaster Lydia Adaku to the lectern.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're dialing in from. It's good to have you here. I am your R counter for today's meeting. And as your R counter, it's my job to pay close attention, to observe how we use or how we don't use pause fillers in our sentences or in our speeches. Pause fillers such as so, and so, and those repeated words we use to fill pauses when we should actually observe the pause. So I would observe how well we make our speeches without infusing these pause fillers. And in the end, I'll come back and give a report on how well we did with regards to that. Thank you, and it's
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lydia. And you fairly add that you're going to change us because you're an ambassador for change. Distinguished Toastmasters and guests, we move on to invite the next role player, who is our timer for today's meeting. She is a communication strategist, a member of Pecten Toastmasters Club. I dare say I saw when she joined the club, but she has grown in leaps and bounds. She is on the innovation planning path, and her hobbies include learning, researching, and eating. Her favorite quote, "Everything will be okay in the end," points to mental health. I want to add her to add mental health advocates to her, bio. "If it's not okay, it is not the end," by John Lennon. Let's make welcome Toastmaster Tobiloba Akimoloa. Over to you.
Thank you very kindly, the General Evaluator, for that warm welcome. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. It is my pleasure to serve as your timer today. I will watch for our use of time, also ensure that we spend our allotted time responsibly. Most importantly, I will be timing the manual speeches and the table topics. Manual speeches are slated for 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5 minutes mark, I will display the green background behind me, like so. At the 6 minutes mark, I will display the yellow background, which indicates that you start to wrap up. And at the 7 minutes mark, I will display the red background behind me as you see it, after which you'll be given a 30 seconds of grace to wrap up your speech. Also, for the table topics is slated for 2 minutes. At the 1 minute mark, I will display the green card. At the 1 minute 30 seconds mark, I will display the yellow card. And at the 2-minute mark, I will display the red card, after which you'll be given 30 minutes grace to wrap up. I'll return after the meeting to give my timer's report, and it's back to you, the general evaluator.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you, timer. Dear Toastmasters and guests, there you have it. Your mental health team, your tech team, I wanted to say because of the theme of the meeting. So we'll be back to give you feedback at the later part of the meeting today. And it's over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nameti, for that wonderful introduction of your mental health / tag team. Thank you, and we are off to a great start. I'm sure you all will agree with me. Moving swiftly, we will be starting with the first segment of our meeting, which is the prepared speeches. And I'll be calling on the first evaluator for the first speaker. Our first evaluator today is a distinguished Toastmaster. She is Dr. Esorene Okereka. She is an environmental sustainability consultant and a writer. She is a member of Pecten Toastmasters Club, and she is on the motivational strategist pathway. Her hobbies include reading romantic fictions, exploring museums and markets, and nature hikes. Her favorite quote is, "Examine the labels you apply to yourself. Every label is a boundary or limit you will not let yourself cross." And this is a quote by Wayne Dyer. Toastmasters and guests, please welcome Toastmaster Dr. Esorene Okereka to the lectern.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and hello, everyone. Delighted to be here. Our speaker today is Toastmaster Paul, and he will be giving a speech that means writing with purpose. The purpose of it is just for him to share a speech. It could be on any topic. It just has to have a well-defined purpose, and it could be humorous, it could be informational, or any of the style he chooses. It is part of his project 2 in level 1. The value of self-care, Toastmaster Paul, the value of self-care. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Madam Evaluator, for that succinct introduction of the objectives of Toastmaster Paul H. And now, to our first speaker. Our first speaker today is Toastmaster Paul Ndoku, who is speaking from the Presentation Mastery Pathway, and this is the second project in level 1, which is to write a speech with purpose. The title of his speech is The Value of Self-Care. Toastmaster Paul, The Value of Self-Care. Over to you, Toastmaster Paul.
How are you doing? Still in the spirit of mental health. In today's world, we live at an incredible pace. We juggle work deadlines, family responsibilities, and social calendars, often putting everyone else's need before our own. But what happened when you consistently neglect yourself? You end up running on an empty battery, feeling stressed and disconnected. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The truth is, self-care isn't luxury, it's a necessity. By taking care of yourself, we are better equipped to handle life challenges. We can improve our mental health, reduce stress, and boost our energy. We become more present for our loved ones and more productive in our work. Ultimately, self-care increases our self-awareness and self-acceptance. Now, I'm sure we are wondering what are the ways that you can show yourself a valuable self-care? To enjoy these benefits, remember, self-care doesn't have to be a major undertaking. It's about building small and consistent habits. Number one, mindfulness and meditation. I used to think that meditation was meant for people who has hours to spare. But I've learned that even 3 to 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. This requires few minutes to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and calm your mind. It can reset your entire day. Secondly, physical activity. This isn't about running a marathon or spending hours at the gym. It's about moving your body the way that it feels good. For me, it's a simple walk around the neighborhood. It clears my head and I always feel better afterwards. For you, if I may suggest, you could pick something that will not stress you too much. It's about running a race. It's about taking your time. You can do it in your room, stretch your hands, fold your hands this way, and move around. Be consistent with it. The third one, creative expression. Think about something that you love doing as a child. Maybe drawing or writing or playing an instrument. Now, when was the last time you did that just for the fun of it? Tapping into your creative world can be highly therapeutic. So how do we move from knowing we should do all these things to actually doing them? We make them priority. And how do we do that? First, schedule a self-care time. We schedule work meetings and doctor's appointments, even book our Toastmasters meeting. Everybody is aware that at a particular time, particular Tuesday in every month, we'll have a meeting. So why not we schedule care for our own self? Putting it into your calendar, whether it's 20 minutes for a bath or an hour to read, when it's on our calendar, my dear, you are more likely to do it. The second one, listen to your body. Our bodies are constantly sending us a signal. That constant headache, that feeling of completely drained, these are signs that we need a break. Pay attention to what your body and mind are telling you. The third one, practice self-compassion. This is perhaps the most important point. It is easy to feel guilty for taking care of yourself. We think maybe I should be doing something or I should be doing something for someone. But remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By making your own well-being a priority, you are not just helping yourself. You are showing up as a better partner, a better parent, a better colleague, and a better friend. So, this week, I challenge you to think of 1 or 2 steps you can take towards self-care. You could look at what I've said previously. It could be turning off your phone for 1 hour, or taking a walk, or simply allow yourself to say no to something that overextends you. Always remember, self-care isn't a selfish, it's an act of responsibility. By Pakaji Palmer, an American author. Thank you, and back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paul, for that wonderful speech. I love that you tailored your speech towards the theme of today's meeting. And of something I just picked out, practice self-compassion. Thank you so much. Thank you. Moving on swiftly to our second speaker. I'll be calling on the evaluator of the second speaker to give us the objectives of the second speaker's presentation. Our second evaluator today is Toastmaster Edidion Jimmy, who is an architect and a project manager. And he is from the Uyo Premier Speakers Club, and he's on the dynamic leadership pathway. His hobbies include tennis and watching combat sports, so never try him. His favorite quote is, "Nature is the purest portal to inner peace." This is a quote by Angie Crosby. Please help me welcome to the virtual lectern, Toastmaster Edidion Jimmy.
Thank you very much, TMOD. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Please confirm you hear me. Thank you very much, TMOD. Kindly confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Okay. Okay, please pardon me, I'm trying to come up.
We can hear you and we can see you now.
Thank you. I will be evaluating Toastmaster Ntia. And Toastmaster Ntia will be speaking from Toastmaster Ntia will be doing a speech on communication style, identifying his communication style. And the purpose of this, understanding your communication style, that's the title of the speech, of the project. And the purpose is for this Toastmaster to learn about different communication styles and identify his primary communication style. This Toastmaster is also to share with us the impacts his communication style has had, or the impact of his communication style on others. These are the primary purposes of this speech. Toastmaster Ntia is a seasoned speaker, and I expect him to do the needful and kill it. Toastmaster Ntia, please take the stage, own it, and thrill us at the end of the day. Thank you. I'll be back to give my evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Edidion, for that wonderful introduction of your responsibilities. And now to the second speaker, Toastmaster Dr. Nsekak Ntia. And his speech title is The Grand Illusion. The Grand Illusion, Toastmaster Dr. Nsekak Ntia. Over to you.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster of the day. The Grand Illusion. I'd go further to say the Grand Deception. George Bernard Shaw says the greatest problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place. I agree 100%. He goes further to say that you have not communicated until your audience understands what you have messaged. I disagree 100%. For I set the bar higher, that you have not communicated until your audience takes action, even beyond understanding. And that's my addendum to George Bernard Shaw's tenets and nuggets. I have this very good friend of mine, a very good couple, frankly, who are family friends of mine. These are Emeka and Ajoke. And Emeka's been out all day There was supposed to be a date that evening. Emeka gets back home and says to his dear, wonderful spouse, Ajoke, I'm so sorry. I got back too late. I got dragged around. I got lost in transit. There was traffic. It's late. Can we still go out? Is everything okay? And she says, it's too late. I can't go out. We have to work tomorrow. He goes, dinner table has what dinner's already served, comes back and says, baby, are you okay? And she says, fine. We all know that scenario. Passive communication. At some point, tired, Emeka goes to sleep and wakes up and Ajoke literally is trying to strangle him. That's very aggressive communication, more than words can convey. In that middle of that spectrum from passive to aggressive, you have passive aggressive, you've got assertive in that bouquet, on that spectrum. And that's how speech styles are usually sort of categorized. But I beg to disagree. Everyone adapts a style to match their audience. And that's why my communication style, I have styled and named rope a dope. Muhammad Ali famously in 1974, when he beat George Foreman, the then undefeated and most feared heavyweight in the world in the boxing arena, said the only way he had a chance against the hard-hitting George Foreman was to adapt to George Foreman's style. Ali could not do the flailing, typical open chin style he boxed with. He decided to do what is called, and famously called today, rope a dope. He adapted. He feigned weakness, Foreman fought and tired himself out. That's my communication style. The first thing is you start communicating when you even begin the actions that lead to that point of communication. If you're a leader and you have a meeting with your leadership team or something, the actions before that begin your communication, before words are even spoken. If you're a Toastmaster and you're going to give a speech or a project, you start communicating when you publish your title and the purpose of that speech. So it goes beyond passive to aggressive. I would rather say that I would like to style the categories along the lines of personality types. You're a director if you're more like a red type of person. You are a thinker if you are a blue type of person, a socializer if you're a green type of person, and completely the energy person in the room if you are a yellow type of person. And very often, our communication styles mirror our personalities much more than aggressive to aggressive. That's why I don't use that particular categorization. The best and biggest quality of a communicator is that you must be a very active listener. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. It means you can listen twice as more as you can speak. To be a good communicator, you have to be a very active and empathetic listener, or you completely miss it. And in my life, I know that adapting to your audience is the most important thing. I have had to rip up entire speeches during 1-hour keynotes based on the energy I read from the room immediately I get to the podium. The most effective communicators in the world adapt. So I say to you today that as I talk about my communication style that has served me so effectively, that I consider the most important skill in my entire bouquet of skills as a professional and as a senior person in an organization is the quality with which I deliver my message. And that quality stays consistent only because I adapt my style to my audience at each time. So I say to you, there are 3 key things that you must always think about in communication: the message, the messenger, and messaging. What have you got to say? Research it. If you know it very well, the mark of knowledge and mastery is that you can simplify it. You must always communicate at 12-year-old speak. Messaging. Look at your audience, formal or informal, and know how to come across. The messenger. If you are the problem, tweak yourself. It's a Toastmasters meeting. I am totally attired in senator. I look formal. I'm wearing my glasses. If I was hanging out with the boys, glasses go off, Papa's cap comes back on, and I'm ready to roll. Whatever your audience, you must adapt. Whatever you do, though, never ever forget. Open with panache. Your first few words are key to any delivery. It served me well in my time. It's made me rise to the top of my organization where I've gotten to. It served me in professional life, personal life, informal and formal. Message with metal. It means that your body must be packed with the right message. And I didn't say verbose. The number of words are inconsequential. The impact thereof is what is important. But no matter what you do, never forget this. Finish with flourish. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Nsekak, for that wonderfully delivered speech. Finish with flourish. That one will stick with me. That will stick with me. I also like to piggyback on something you have just mentioned. You have not communicated until your audience take action beyond understanding. Wonderfully done, Toastmaster Dr. Nsekak. Now, I will call on the timer to give us a report on how our prepared speakers did. Madam Timer, the lectern is yours.
Thank you very much.
You're muted.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Right. Thank you very much, the general evaluator and the TMOD. The value of self-care delivered by Toastmaster Paul. He spoke for 6 minutes and 36 seconds, which means he's qualified. The grand illusion delivered by Dr. TM Intia lasted 7 minutes, 20 seconds, well within time as well. So I can say both speakers are qualified for their speech. It's over to you, TM.
Thank you so much, Madam Timer, for that wonderfully presented report. And now we'll be moving on to the second segment of our meeting this evening, which, if you ask me, is almost the most interesting part of our meeting. I wouldn't tell you which is the most interesting. I'll leave that up to you, the listeners. And the gentleman who will be leading this session is Dr. Tamunemi Nombere. He is an epidemiologist and an occupational health physician. He's a distinguished multi-award-winning public health expert recognized by the World Health Organization African region for his key role in eradicating polio in Africa from 2017 to 2020. He later collaborated with the Rivers State Ministry of Health to curb the spread of COVID-19, and he has contributed to multiple rapid response teams combating Ebola, Lassa fever, monkeypox, and cholera outbreaks. His hobby is biking. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, if your hands are not busy, please, with a rapturous round of applause, welcome to the virtual lectern, Dr. Tamunemi.
Thank you very much. Fellow Toastmasters and guests.
We love that sound. We love the sound of
Few
that.
persons actually understand why I have to emphasize. A few persons will understand why I have to emphasize that. And I guess we'll all know later on. It's an honor to be here, and special thanks to the leadership of Pecten Toastmasters for the time to be here. Let's delve into a topic widely spoken of, so talked about, But yet, when you delve into the actions within this topic of mental health, it's the least practiced. And yes, we think we actually practice it, but when we go into the deeper talks about mental health, we find that we fall short of what the intricacies of mental health is really about. Let's talk about your mental health. Is your fine really fine? Everybody here looks gorgeous, wonderful looking, beautiful. Everybody looks spectacular in the way you look. And just looking at you, I'll just say, you're fine. But really, the fine, really fine. I'm a medical doctor, and in my clinical days, I remember seeing a number of clients, patients, as I called them at that time. Someone coming to you with abdominal pain and they're reeking in pain and all that. I'm like, how are you? And guess what? What's the first response I usually get?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. 8 over 10, someone in pain. And the first thing they tell you is, I am fine. And because that is actually the first response for everything we do when it comes to us, especially when it has to do issues that affect our mental health, we first deceive ourselves that it is fine. Let me just go down story lane and just tell you one or two things that happened. I remember this story. So this lady, she was the first to come to work. The first person to come to work. Very dutiful, very active, brilliant. Whatever task you give to her, she will do it perfectly. She does her work with such finesse. And, you know, when you actually delve into her persona, she was really equanimous. Really equanimous. And also, she's the last person to leave the office. The last person to leave the office. It looked like her life was just what we want to be. I mean, professionally, you're doing very well. And of course, such kind of persons, they're loved. However, back then, this happened like almost 10 years ago. I was privileged to have a peep into her life when she opened up to me. She's married. She was being abused at home by her husband. She left and came to work early because she needed to leave before her husband got up in the morning. And she was coming that late at night because she wanted the husband to be asleep by the time she comes back home. But by the time she pours on that perfume and she enters into that beautiful dress, she comes out like a queen that she truly is. I don't know what might be in your life right now. I don't know what I might be speaking to in your life right now. But it's time for you to guard your heart and your mental state, like every precious thing that you may have. Let me ask you a question. If you have a Rolex watch, if you have an expensive diamond, will you use it all the time? Will you bring that all the time? Will you keep it lying around on your table when you're at home? Will you do that?
No.
You sure? If you have this 35-carat gold watch, Rolex, just 10 in the world, will you be wearing it right now for this meeting?
No.
Maybe most likely not. I also have one watch like that. I love that watch so much. And that watch always goes with the best of my attire. I must have the best of my attires to actually wear that watch. That's how you protect your mental state. Life throws at you so many things. Life throws at you the worst of things. But no matter what life wants to give to you, you must cage yourself in, knowing that your mental state is gold, is precious. You cannot choose what comes at you. You cannot choose the wiles that may come to you. But you must always protect that inner person. And that is your mental state. Because that is the last thing you have to hold on to when you want to fight, when you want to meet those challenges in life. That is your last bucket that you have. As a roundup, I struggle to actually give this example because it's a bit sad. But I'll still say, just to tell you how intricate your mental state is. Though this man, a young man he was at the time when his father died, and he had in his possession all the riches, all the properties that the father had. Unfortunately, he was exposed to a negative crowd who tried to take advantage of him, and they made him to always sell those properties at very cheap prices. And before he knew it, he had sold off almost all his father had at ridiculous prices. He had siblings. These funds didn't come to the siblings. And he found out that he got back to a poverty status, even though he came from a place of riches. This affected him so badly. As I'm talking to you right now, he's still on psychiatric medications. It changed him. Today, he's no longer the person that he once was, but a shadow of himself. If you do not protect yourself, it can change you. But if you do protect yourself, you can be the king and you can be the queen that you truly are. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hamonemi, for that wonderful speech and instructions to guard our mental health, because it is precious. Thank you so much. Moving on swiftly onto the third segment of our meeting, I'll be calling on the Table Topics Master to chaperone this segment of our meeting. Our Table Topics Master today is Toastmaster Abba Biwong. She is a healthcare provider and she is a member of the Ikeja Toastmasters Club. She is on the presentation mastery pathway, and her hobbies include listening to inspiring podcasts and old school music. Her favorite quote is, "Life is a continuous learning journey. The moment you stop learning, you start dying." Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please welcome Toastmaster Abba to the lectern.
Thank you so much, Mr. CMOD. Kindly confirm that I am audible and visible. Can you all see me and hear me clearly?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Great. All right, then. It was Malala Yousafzai, the young Pakistan girl child education activist, who said that we realize the importance of our words only when we go silent. Therefore, let's use our words to heal and empathize and not to harm. Distinguished Toastmasters and guests on the virtual lectern, I welcome you all to this special segment of the Toastmasters meeting, the table topic segment. Maybe you found yourself with Bill Gates in a conference and you're supposed to pitch your business. How would you go? What would you say? That's a food for thought, right? Great. This is the table topic session. This session helps us to think quickly on the go, gain excellent critical thinking skills, and help us articulate our thoughts with such great lucidity. I will be championing this session. I have some list of questions here with me, but I will be starting with a seasoned Toastmaster on the call. I believe she's on the virtual lecture. Please forgive me in advance, Toastmaster Ekuchi. I believe I got your name correctly. Are you on the call, please? All right. I will be calling on intending Toastmaster Tolulope in the virtual room, in the physical room. Could you please step forward? I have with me questions 1 to 5. Kindly pick a question, please.
Question 1.
All right then. Why do you think a lot of people perceive vulnerability as weakness? Why do you think a lot of people perceive vulnerability as a weakness? I need to state that you have 1 to 2 minutes to make your speech and articulate your thoughts. At the mark of 1 minute, the green card will be shown up. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card will be flashed, while at 2 minutes 30 seconds, the red card will be flashed. I repeat the question again. Why do you think a lot of people perceive vulnerability as weakness?
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I think a lot of people perceive vulnerability as weakness because they think they are better than the other person. You see, when you think you are better than the next person, you see whatever the person does, you see it as a flaw. And you think the person is vulnerable and you want to take advantage of that person. So a lot of us, especially within the African settings, we like to prove that we are better than the next person. And with that, we usually look for flaws and vulnerability in actions and words of the other person. I hope I've made my points clear. And thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you so much, our dear guest. Thank you for that apt and lucid presentation and speech. I will be calling Toastmaster Linus Osaichidi. I believe you are a Toastmaster. Kindly confirm you're still on the virtual lecture.
Yes, I am. Table Topics Master.
All right. Please, I have questions 2 to 5. Kindly pick a question, sir.
I'll pick question 5.
All right. Question 5 is, what does a great mental health state mean to you personally?
Thank you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you.
A great mental health state to me is a state where, despite everything around me failing, I retain a positive mood. Case in point, I'm going to make reference to a movie I saw called 3 Idiots. And in that movie, it's always about being the best, where students in the university are struggling to be the best that they can be, going through all kinds of rigorous academic challenges and also putting themselves through some mental strain just so that they can be the best. However, it turns out that they met somebody that was a bit carefree about life, somebody that wasn't as studious as they were, that always looked for fun in everything that he did, and they considered him unserious. It turns out a few years later that after graduation, this person came to hold patents and came to hold a lot of intellectual property that generated much more income than all of them combined together. That's these three friends that they call themselves the three idiots. Now, the moral of the story was this. While they were in the university, the person that they considered unserious always had a mantra by saying, all is well, all is well. No matter what was going on wrong around them, he always said, all is well. And he reminded them that in whatever they do, they should enjoy the moment rather than being worried about what the outcomes will look like. I think for me, that's a perfect mental state. Thank you, and it's back to you, Toastmaster Agbabion.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Linus. Thank you. All is well. You have re-emphasized the equanimity we need to imbibe in our lives, that regardless of the challenges, we must tell ourselves daily that all is well. Thank you so much. I will be taking another guest at the physical venue. Intending Toastmaster God's will. I have questions 2, 3, and 4. Kindly choose one, please. Hi, intending Toastmaster God's will. Are you there?
God's will.
Yes.
All right, I can't see you. Okay, please pick a number between numbers 2, 3, and 4.
Number 3.
All right, then. Do you think that intending couples should run mental health checks before tying the knot? Do you think intending couples should run mental health checks before tying the knot? Thank you.
Yes, I do think so. Reason being that looking at society today, you can pretty much tell that the mental health awareness is like not going like not reaching out to everyone, and that is the most reason why such session like this is being held, to create this mental health awareness, so people can be aware of their mental state, seek their inner peace, and protect themselves against the dangers that comes with mental health. And also, these couples should seek for mental health states before getting married, so they can know where they stand and the ideas they shared, and the, can I say, their compatibility, so that they will pretty much know their stand, understanding each other, and also if they can go along in that marriage. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that speech that was equanimously presented. All right, then, it's Mr. TMOD. Is there a voting?
No, there won't be voting.
Great, awesome. All right, then, it was Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of the United States, who said that it is okay to recognize self-care and self-compassion. It isn't selfish. No. It means that when you prioritize your mental well-being, especially your mental state, emotional state, and your spiritual health, when you feel in and pour into yourself, you'll be able to show up and pour into others. It is on this note, distinguished Toastmasters and guests, that I round up the table topic session. And I believe that as we move about our normal activities, daily activities, in our daily endeavors, we will try to imbibe equanimity and prioritize self-care and a positive mental health. It's back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Madam Table Topics Master, for that wonderfully delivered segment. I love that you tied your question to the theme of the meeting, mental health. That was splendid. Please give Toastmaster Abba another round of applause. I would now like to call on Madam President to welcome our guests who are physically in the room and on the virtual meeting room. Madam President, the lectern is yours.
The only time, it's only here that people will be clapping for me every house. When you speak, people be clapping. Good evening once again, and I'm here for the special people in the room, our guests on call. If you invited anyone to today's meeting, please just unmute and call that person's name. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Is there anyone on this call who invited a guest? Okay. So in the physical audience, we've got a new face that I just met today. Her name is Aya, right? And then we have veteran guests like Daniel Aggie. Sorry, what's your name? Onis. Onis, yes. Who invited you? I just registered online. Ooh, nice. So we have a guest in the room that just saw the invite and registered and showed up. So please, let's put our hands together for her. And then we have Goswill Tolulope, the veteran guest as well, in the room. So we can see the participants. And maybe you just read through it for me. This is just to say welcome, so I won't take so much of our time. We're very delighted to have you join us today. But I want somebody in the virtual audience to tell me how the meeting has been for you so far, experiencing the manual speeches and then the table topics. How has it been? Any guests on the call? People should make me proud. I know you're audacious like that. Anybody?
Toastmaster, Madam President, I would like to just say something. I am a guest at Pecten because I'm from the All City Speakers Club. My name is Timi Omole.
All right, thank you. I
would like to quickly say thank you very much to the club for putting this very important meeting together, especially about mental health. I want to mention that I was truly empowered by the first speaker that talked about mental health, and then connecting to Dr. Dr. Amy, Dr. Amy, that dealt with practical ways around how we can deal with that, how we should guard our heart. I love the example around diamond and the heart. If you can guide your diamond like that, you should guard your heart and mental health even much. Then Dr. Nsikak, I want to really appreciate how he carried his voice. He presented communication in such a practical way for one to learn. I'm taking that away. I hope that I can ask him for more in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm putting someone on the spot and she's just audacious and graceful. Thank you. Thank you. Just share with us, how's the meeting been for you since you got into the room?
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Okay, today's session has been insightful. I also learned a new word today, equanimity. So yeah, I learned more about mental health. Yes.
All right. And that'll be all for the guest welcome. So I'm just saying a warm welcome to everyone again. Toastmasters from across the globe and within Nigeria, you're welcome if you're not a Pectenite. And yes, welcome to Pecten Toastmasters. It's back to you, the TMOD.
Thank you so much, Madam President, for that warm welcome of our guests in this meeting today. I would now like to quickly move on to the DCP goal recognition and 100-day milestone, which is to be presented by DTM, Dr. Exohene Okereka. Dr. Exohene, the virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you for that magnanimous intro, and hello everyone. Very delighted. I am a big fan of recognition, so this is up my alley. And the way we recognize in Pecten, President, please pay attention. Anyone that isn't clapping or smiling in the in-person office automatically is not getting any of the refreshments and is permanently banned.
Yes.
Anyone that doesn't use emojis or react online, we have our ways to track your emails. I already see claps. Exactly. Thank you, Mabon. Thank you. Thank you, Chika. Thank you, Komeni. This is the right place to be. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you, Choma. Thank you, Chris. I like that it's now a competition of who is going to be the most awesomeness. I love it. In Toastmasters, we like to recognize our journey because we do believe that excellence is a habit. And in Toastmasters, we always want to say thank you, well done, keep going, because recognitions are a good way to say well done to us, but also to give us a way to look forward to what we can be and what we're hoping to be. So, drum rolls. Would like to very any clapping. I said drum rolls. Toby, I cannot see you clapping. I need to see claps. I need to see thank you. Yes, more claps. Use the emoji. Thank you. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Bukun. Thank you, Mabon. Yes. For those of you who might not be Toastmasters or who do not understand what you see on your screen, what you see right now is the Pecten Toastmasters dashboard. Think of this as like your transcripts or your exam results. This is Pecten's exam results. And of course, because Pecten is so fabulous, please, if you've ever written any exam, when you score 80 over 100, what is that?
You're an A student.
What is that? I need someone to put it in the chat. When you're already at 80, when it's less than 3 more, you've not even finished first term. You're already seen that you get 80 over 100. What's that? What grade is that? Can someone just put it in chat box or let me hear them say it? What? Did I hear that correctly? What is that? That's an A. Thank you, Imabong. A student, distinction. Thank you. Exactly. I'm so delighted and proud of all of us at Pecten Club for scoring A. And what this just means is when we're less than halfway into our journey, we know that the remaining 2 is just going to be like, oh yeah, let's just give it because, you know, we're such superstars. That A you see though, it's not an A that was gotten by any one individual. It is from all of us here. We've done so many amazing things, and just examples of some, we have improved our base membership. What does that mean? Toastmasters is like, you guys just need to only be 20, but Pecten were like, just 20 when we're such superstars, and we have all these people who want to join in our amazingness. We're gonna skyrocket. And then we did it and we're already at 36. Well done to us. Then is it attendance? I know some of you are here and you're wondering and seeing that, oh, we have 30-something people on the call. We have people in person. Let me tell you a secret. If you go to other clubs, they're not rich. They're not rich. But Pecten was so amazing that we're like, you know what? We don't need to just have 20 people. We're going to double it. And another one, and another one. And we've marked peak attendance of up to 54 people on average. That is so awesome and well done to us. So anytime you think or see that it's time for Pecten Toastmasters meeting, remember our peak attenders. Do not disgrace us that we cannot brag again. Make sure you attend, because the more you show up, the more we keep climbing and skyrocketing. So for even joining this call today, you're contributing to that number. Thank you so much. And then we got one distinguished Toastmaster. Just think of someone becoming a professor in a university. We now have a professor of Toastmasters in Pecten. Please put your hands together for all of us. You see him clapping, please. And then for the Smedley Award ribbon, Smedley is actually who founded Toastmasters more than a century ago. And now Toastmasters International, over 300,000 people all around the world, United States or Asian continent or South Korea or name all of them. They're like, you know what? When we look at everybody, even if it is from that Nigeria, from that city of Port Harcourt, there is this club that is shining so much. In fact, even astronauts have been saying, we see it blinking, that place so far away. And they're like, oh, for putting Toastmasters on the global map, we have to say, well done. And they gave us the Smedley Award. And of course, we have participated in contests. These 100 days milestones you see, it's a journey that I want to say thank you to everyone on this call, to our amazing executives. You guys did so well. Some superstars that are members, Toastmaster Mina Allison, Toastmaster Lydia, Toastmaster Shakira, and Toastmaster Sona. They finished, this is like completing 100 level. They finished their level 1. So congratulations and well done to them. We are super proud of you. And next we have level 2, our 200 level students. Toastmaster Lydia again, because you know how some people, they'll be like, they just want to be moving fast. It's like, I want to jump fast. Toastmaster Lydia moved up again, Toastmaster Mina, Toastmaster Shakira, amazing women, amazing members of Pecten. Then level 3, you know, we even had leaders that saying, oh, I know I'm an ESCO, but I want to still jump even more. Our Toastmaster Linus did that, Toastmaster Chigozie, we are so proud of them. And then we have another one's like, hello, I'm a final year babe. I don't deal with you lower level. Toastmaster Toby decided to move even up and completed at level 4. Please, guys, I'm not seeing clapping or congratulations. Use the claps and the emojis. And then someone's like, you know what? All you 100 level, 200 level undergraduate students, hello. We need to get up to professor level. Toastmaster Essay also got up to DTM level. Congratulations to her too. This and many more are some of the things we've been so excited about. But again, in Toastmasters, yes, we're winning all these awards, but an important part of Toastmasters is the financial cost to it. There are a lot of members who want to participate. And so we have Toastmasters who are like, you know what? I want to be so magnanimous. Toastmasters is such an amazing place. I'm going to support the education of others. Do you know what it means for you to decide to even help other people? And for that, we say thank you to our Presido Toastmaster Olem, Toastmaster Chigozie, and Toastmaster Linus. And not only leading as executives, they're also sponsoring others. That is so amazing. Please let us put our hands together for them. And of course, you know, I've been here talking, saying, oh, so magnanimous, such superstars. But if you've ever done anything with Nigerians, you know that it is not easy to lead people. It is not easy to manage people. So these are our versions of bus conductors. The people are saying, oh, yeah, enter here, move here, carriage this way. We have to say thank you to our guardians of excellence. These are all the people who are leading this amazing club of 36 people. Even just, have you even attended a meeting or gone to do something in church? These are our ushers, but they're also the ones on the pulpit praying. They're also the ones helping us to count. They are doing so many things. So thank you to our guardians of excellence, our president, Toastmaster Olem, Toastmaster Linus, Toastmaster Chigozie, Toastmaster Toby, Toastmaster Ekuchi, Toastmaster Femi, Toastmaster Lydia, and Toastmaster Sona. Thank you for helping Pecten shine so bright. And to everyone who's been on this call, thank you so much. We are so happy. And I would now like to hand over back to our president or Toastmaster of the day. Congratulations, Pecten. Keep shining. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm
Thank you
back
so
to who.
much.
I don't know who, but I'm handing over back to. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, DTM Essay. Congratulations on getting that PhD in Toastmasters. And I will tell you one thing, I'm taking this recognition program back to my home club, Lighthouse. We have to start this. Thank you for doing this. It's such an inspiration. I would now like to call on the president back to handle the induction of new members. So this is our 4th segment of the meeting. Over to you, Madam President. Take it away.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such a rare privilege to be doing this. I think like in the entire history of Pecten as a club, this is the largest one-time induction we're doing. So for us, it's a thing of pride. How we did it, we don't know, but we shall just know we're working and it's happening. So thanks to our new members for committing to their personal growth, but also supporting the club in achieving its deliverables. I'll be serving as the inducting officer for today's induction ceremony. And so I will begin the induction rites. If you are an inductee and you are online, please raise your hand so the Zoom master can actually spotlight you so we can see you. This is very important, especially for the oath taking part. We don't want you denying us and saying that I did not say that I will bring new members to club, I will take on officer's role and all of that, so that if VP is chasing you, we have record that your hand was up and you were in camera when that was happening. A proper chaka moment, yeah? So please, let's have everybody pinned on the screen while we do this. I'll begin while you're doing that. Fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct 13 new members into Pecten Toastmasters Club. I want round of applause. This is an important occasion both for these new members and for our club. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we now have an opportunity to help them to learn, grow, and achieve their goals. From this point henceforth, please withhold your applauses until the ceremony is completed. Omoni Lawal, Toastmaster Omoni Lawal, Toastmaster Dr. Andrew Bok Oruma, Toastmaster Onyechi Ekerendu, please come to the lectern. Toastmaster Laefa Igbe, Toastmaster Chioma Obonna, Toastmaster Ego Ibo Ekpeti, we have very exotic names in this club. Toastmaster Ibukun Adu, Toastmaster Imabong Basi, Toastmaster Dr. Tamnemi Numbere, Toastmaster Obianuju Uduma Ikpa, Toastmaster Stephen Okonkwo, Toastmaster Victor Onyemua, sorry, apologies for that. Toastmaster Francis Lenin. These are the 13 new members we're inducting today. You are joining a worldwide organization that has helped millions of people learn how to communicate more effectively. As members of Pecten Toastmasters Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. I know you see that that's evident already. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping each other in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. In the stead of the Vice President Education, I'll be calling on the Treasurer to answer these questions for me. Toastmaster Lydia, have these new members been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals with the club?
Yes, Madam President.
Have they been told how Toastmasters program works and informed of the many benefits they would receive, as well as the obligations of membership?
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you. Who has been assigned as mentors to these members?
The mentors include Toastmaster Dr. Nsikak Itia, Toastmaster Dr. Tari Adebisi, Dr. Eseogene Okerika, DTM, Toastmaster Owen Olem Orene, Toastmaster Tobiloba Akimolua, Toastmaster Linus Osai Chidi, and Toastmaster Ekuchi Joy James.
Thank you. And now I'll be asking the mentors on the call. So if you're in the virtual audience, please, I would expect a response from you, which should be yes, we will, if you're online. And if you're in the room, Toastmaster Toby, you will stand with me. As experienced Toastmasters, you've been asked to help these new members off a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new members so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmasters membership? Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Toastmasters say.
Sorry,
You're muted.
I didn't realize I was muted.
We're waiting for you.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Hey.
Yes, I will.
Now to the new members. Membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet, it also places certain obligations upon you. We are all witnesses. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not do or accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in the spirit of enjoyment. This means we must work diligently towards our own self-development, evaluate others' speeches in the spirit of support and sharing, and also assist the club in reaching its goals and remain positive. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourselves to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help keep this Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. Please affirm your membership by repeating the following words. So when I say I, you call your name. Those online as well would like to hear you. I'll wait for you guys to go in turns. So I. Online audience.
I.
Imako.
I.
Stephen Okonkwo.
I learn in
Okay.
France. Yeah.
Okay.
Ibukun Adu.
Okay. In the presence of my fellow members of the Pecten Toastmasters Club. In the presence of my
fellow members of the Pecten Toastmasters Club.
Make this firm obligation.
Make this firm obligation.
I like this part. To attend meetings regularly.
To attend meetings regularly.
And prepare for each assignment.
And prepare fully for each
assignment.
To
apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters education program.
To apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters education program.
Toastmasters education program.
To participate actively in club activities.
To participate actively in club activities.
To evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner.
To evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner.
To build open, friendly relationships with my fellow members.
To build open, friendly relationships with my
fellow
members.
And to bring other new members into the club so that they can benefit. And to bring other new members into the club.
And to bring other new members into the club.
So that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
So that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
Now to Toastmasters who are Pectenites, either virtually or in the room, please may we rise. Okay. We're going to read the next line, which is, or maybe you repeat after me. We, the members of Pecten Toastmasters Club,
we the members of Pecten Toastmasters Club,
pledge to support you in your quest for self-development.
Pledge to support you in your quest for self-development.
To provide you with positive, helpful evaluations.
To provide you with positive, helpful evaluations.
To maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere.
To maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere.
To give you opportunities to help each other.
To give you opportunities to help each other.
And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and a fulfilling experience.
And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Let's put our hands together for them.
Welcome.
Welcome. You too, Steve. So we will need cameras for that moment for the certificate presentation. Okay. So I'll now be presenting the certificates to the members. Toastmasters, welcome to Pecten Toastmasters Club. Clap, clap now. Okay. You may. Toastmaster Onyechi Ekerendu, welcome to Pecten Toastmasters Club. Okay. Toastmaster, good. Well, welcome to Pecten Toastmasters Club. Okay. And finally, the gentleman among the ladies here. Yeah. Welcome to Pecten Toastmasters Club. And it's back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Madam President. And a big congratulations to all our new Pectenites. Welcome and welcome.
Online, you will get your certificates both virtually and by mail. Congratulations, once congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. Moving swiftly, we will be proceeding to the 5th segment of our meeting, which is the evaluation part of our meeting. And this segment will be led by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Nameti Aban. Toastmaster Nameti, the virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster of the day. The equanimous disposition with which you have displayed throughout this meeting is worthy of emulation. And I want to say well done. Distinguished Toastmasters and guests, our first evaluator for today will be Toastmaster Dr. Ese Ogene Okereka, DTM stressed. The first time I'm having to call her that. She's going to be evaluating our first speaker. Toastmaster Ese, or DTM Ese, go ahead.
Thank you for that magnanimous introduction. And hello, everyone. Again, delighted to be evaluating Toastmaster Paul's speech. Toastmaster Paul, just confirming you're listening on the call.
Yes.
Okay, amazing, awesome. I want to say thank you for such a delightful speech, talking about the value of self-care. Your speech had a purpose around meeting and spreading awareness about mental health, and you did meet that purpose. I love how you started with a question asking, how are you doing? I also loved, one of the things I really loved was how you used signposts in your speech. So for example, when you had to give us suggestions, if you're wondering, what are the ways? You gave us 3 points, and in each one you'd say number one, build small mindfulness and meditation. Number 2, number 3. I thought that was very well done and a good way to carry your audience along. Another thing I really loved in your speech was when you gave a call to action at the end, when you challenged us to practice self-care, and you called back to the tips you had given us, where you said, oh, take a walk, allow yourself to say no. I thought that was a very beautiful way to deliver a speech, where you not only introduced calmly, gave us suggestions, but then at the end you gave call to action and also called back to what you had said earlier. I also love that you referenced your speaker when you gave your ending quote and talked about how self-care is an act of responsibility. What are some things I'd like to see you challenge yourself on? One would be with your use of pauses. There were opportunities where when you would make certain statements, I would have liked to hear you give a bit of time, say 3 to 5 seconds. So for example, when you asked, how are you doing? I thought that was one opportunity that would have given you time to pause. I also feel like when you gave the suggestion around, give yourself a few minutes to sit quietly, focus your breath, calm your mind, it can reset. I think when you give that kind of suggestion, just even getting into that mood, I thought that would have been a very good opportunity. Another would be with your body language. There was a beautiful time when you used your body language. For example, when you say, oh, you can do it in your room, you can stretch your hands. I thought that was amazing. But I also would have liked to see more chances of you to use your body language to tell that story even more. Meditation, breathe. In fact, all of us would immediately breathe. I thought that was a very fun opportunity. I also liked your tips around scheduling time. And even when you ask yourself, when was the last time you did something just for the fun of it? I was really thinking, actually, when was the last time? So I would really like to suggest that you just incorporate more storytelling in your body language. I loved how you told and gave us tips. I loved your call to action. To challenge yourself, I'd like to hear you tell a story. Was there a time you struggled? Was there something that happened that made you decide to be more deliberate about your mental health and also paying better attention to your self-care? Or what is a self-care practice that helped you during a difficult time that made you see the value of it and why you now advocate for it so well? That would be the challenge I'd like to see when giving your speech. But I loved your body language. I loved your use of tips. I loved how you referenced the quotes you gave. Please try to use more pauses, especially when giving suggestions. Use your body to tell more stories and maybe consider incorporating a personal story when giving us these suggestions. Thank you for such a delightful speech. Thank you for giving us ways to take care of ourselves. And yeah, thank you for always being an amazing speaker. I look forward to your next speech. It's back to you, our general evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you. Brilliant, brilliant. Done with great equanimity, poise, and grace. Thank you so much. So our next evaluation is to be taken by Toastmaster Edidion Jimmy, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Dr. Nsikak Ntia. Toastmaster Edidion Jimmy, I hope you're on the call. The lectern is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. And congratulations to the new inductees at Pecten Toastmasters Club. Congratulations, Pecten, for all the accolades and awards you swept at the just concluded event. Thank you. Please, I want to know if Toastmaster Ntia is still on the call.
He is.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You have not communicated until your listeners take action. That was a very powerful line for me. You start your communication before words. That's another mind-blowing thing that I just learned today. I have come in contact with Marinian's concept of 7% for words when we communicate, 38% for vocals, and 55% for body language. But the way you put it today really when we communicate. You also told us that the best and biggest quality of a communicator is to be an active and empathetic listener. That is brilliant. You went on to marinate us with 4 different communication styles. You said passive, aggressive, and adaptive. I like how you disagreed with yourself when you mentioned communication styles that do not qualify your own communication style as a communicator. It shows that you've really mastered your act of communication or your communication style, which is, of course, a core requirement for this project. You went on and on to tell us the quality of which you deliver your message by saying message, messenger, and messaging. These things really stood out for me and made this presentation worth listening to. Thank you very much, Dr. Antia, for that beautiful delivery. What will I recommend? I suggest that using passive, aggressive, and adaptive, which are very excellent, are not consistent with the one we know in Toastmasters. The communication styles we know in Toastmasters, which are direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical. I would have loved that, I would have suggested that you pair them, or you brought in the one we are comfortable with here in Toastmasters: direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical communication styles for those of us to have really learned. Number two will be, since you're big on body language, especially when you said that you start your communication even before words. So I would like to say that you're big on body language, and I would have loved to see it more when you delivered your speech. Apart from this too, you did a great job. You showed us you're a master in this thing, and you excelled in vocal variety, clarity, the content top-notch, and of course, you mastered the arts of communication. Open with panache, the first few words, and finish with flourish. Outstanding stuff. Really feels good that you also used yourself as being a key player in your industry. You used yourself as an exemplary communicator. I really loved how you went about it. It's, in a way, different from the traditional, but you did a great job. So just these two recommendations that you would have brought in: direct, initiating, supportive, analytical, that we are conversant with in Toastmasters, and you'd have used your body language the more. Those things did not dilute in any way your delivery. And I shall be looking forward to seeing you or hearing you speak again and again. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Absolutely brilliant evaluation. Our area director will absolutely be looking forward to hear these speakers again and again and again. And the next evaluation will be handled by Toastmaster Salihu Zakari. Please come up and tell us how the table topic session was conducted and how they fared.
Good afternoon, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Please confirm that you can all hear me.
Good evening.
We can hear you.
Good evening.
All right, awesome. It's an awesome evening here with you all at Lecton. I'm so excited to be joining you. Let me start with our table topics master. Congratulations on a well-delivered session. I really enjoyed, especially the questions. They were very apt. They were in line with the theme of the day. I loved your opening with a quote. That was beautiful. And you still went ahead to ask a rhetorical question. That's you having two powerful elements at the opening. I love that. And then you explained the topics to everybody, and so how they could relate to it and understand what table topics is all about. And I love the fact that you wanted to start with a seasoned Toastmaster, but you couldn't, and then you had to move on to an intending member. And then I love the fact that before the intending member started, you still had time to remind them of the time, of the 2 minutes time that is allotted. That's so beautiful. What I would have loved you to incorporate was, it's always good to give the respondents like 30 seconds to introduce themselves to the club, especially for the first respondent. I didn't even catch his name, but I believe that if he had done that, I would have gotten another chance to really get his name. And then let's know a bit about him, what he does, and it will be easier to relate with such. And then even the other members, so everybody could understand. So next time, I think you might want to ask for a simple introduction on 30 seconds. And then most of them spoke below time, but I haven't checked in with the timer, so I wouldn't be sure. But I think two spoke below time. And then I love the fact that you use the word of the day yourself so many times. Equanimous, that was Equanimously. I hope I pronounced it correctly because I'm not used to the word. I'll just get a hang of it. I would have loved to see you encourage the respondents to use the word of the day just like you did. That was lovely. So now on to our first speaker. I love the fact that you are an intending Toastmaster and you were bold enough to come and mount the lectern and to even speak. That was lovely. That was lovely. Yeah, you were bold, you were audible, but I'm sure with time you understand that in every speech we have an opening and a body and a closure so that you understand how well a good speech should be delivered. The second speaker, Linus, Toastmaster Linus, I love the fact that you repeated the question so that you can really get a grasp of what the question was saying so that when you answer, it will be impeccable. And you do that very well. You use a movie to elaborate your point. That was mastery of the art, honestly, because things, opportunities to elaborate your point so that people will really understand. You soaked them in. That was lovely. And I love the fact that it was very relatable, perfect mental health. You understood what the question was all about, and then you spoke about it. So that showed your level of interest, and it will also grab the interest of your audience who are there with you. That is so beautiful. And then to our last but not the least, Toastmaster God's Will. Toastmaster God's Will's question really got me interested. I was waiting to hear what he was going to say. Intending couples to run for mental health check. Yes, I was thinking maybe we'll hear and learn a thing or two. Thank you so much for answering the question. I felt that it was a bit too much for you at the first, but you were so excited to answer it. And I love the fact that you started with a yes in the affirmative, seeing that it's very important for couples to really go and check, to know their status, to know where their weaknesses are so that they can work on each other. It's very good. And then I will like to encourage you that in the future, try and look at the opening body and the closure of a speech structure. It really help you enhance your speech delivery so that you can reach the audience more. So because of time, I wouldn't want to talk much. You all did awesomely well. I loved the delivery, the speeches, the timing, the theme, everything. Thank you so much, Pecten, Toastmasters Club Port Harcourt. Congratulations on your DCP goals. Congratulations on your members. It's awesome. I'm here from Lagos, Eagle Toastmasters Club. I'm excited to be here with you. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to play the role of table topics evaluator. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zachary. I dare say I love your voice quality. I mean, that's feedback for you. I'm hearing that voice for the very first time in my entire life. So thank you so much for that wonderful evaluation. So we segue, like we commonly say in Toastmasters, to the tag team report. And please permit me to start with our grammarian, just like we started earlier, Toastmaster Chika Odili Ihanacho. I love this name. Please take it away.
All right, please confirm you can see me and you can hear me.
Yes, we have.
Right, you love my name. Everybody does, and thank you for that. I'm probably related to the footballer. Okay. So I'm back to give my grammarian's report. Congratulations to all recognized Toastmasters and the inductee. We hope to see you excel in Toastmasters. Okay, so first I'd like to start with the use of the word of the day. It seemed pronouncing that word was a little difficult. That's why we didn't use it. A lot of us did not use it. Just 2 people used the word of the day. That's the general evaluator. He used it 3 times, and the table topics master. She used it 2 times. I really want to encourage us to consciously infuse the word of the day while giving speeches. So in terms of grammar usage, a speaker said, everyone else need before our own. It should be everyone else's need before our own. Need should be plural, and the possessive form is everyone. The possessive form, everyone else shows ownership. Another speaker said, people who have hours to spend. It should be people who have hours to spend. People is plural, so it takes have, not have. Another person said, our bodies are constantly sending us a signal. It should be, our bodies are constantly sending us signals. Bodies is plural, so signals should also be plural to match. Okay, in terms of good use of speech, a speaker said self-care increases our self-awareness and self-acceptance. Someone else said highly therapeutic. For me, I think that was a very good use of grammar. Someone else said the greatest problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place. That should be the second speaker. I mean, that was a very good one. Another person, or he also said bouquet of skills as a professional. I loved the use of the word bouquet. He also said message, messenger, messaging. That was really awesome. He also used words like panache, whichever one is correct, metal, verbose, gorgeous, spectacular, finesse, and finally he ended with finished with flourish. In all, we did beautifully, and I do look forward to playing this role again in the next meeting. And it's back to you, the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And we do look forward to having you play the role again. VPE, please take note. She has offered herself again. Thank you so much for that wonderful role play, Toastmaster Hianacho. Yes, we're making progress. We'd like to invite the R counter, Toastmaster Lydia Adaku Ekwedike. I have seen your name everywhere on the agenda today. Please take it away.
Thank you so much to General Evaluator. Wonderful speeches today. I mean, laced with equanimity and poise. And well done to all speakers. Toastmaster Paul, the value of self-care. Fantastic speech. No hospital. Toastmaster Dr. Ntia, finish with flourish. A masterful delivery. No hospital. My job today as a hospital detective was very hard. However, I managed to detect but a few. Toastmaster Dr. Tamuno Amy used the hospital twice. Toastmaster Agba used the clause I will be twice. Toastmaster Salihu used the postula 7 times. And intending Toastmaster God's will, he used a postula more than 3 times. I will leave us with a charge with regards to postulars before leaving the lecture. Don't feel the pause. Whenever you feel the temptation to feel a pause, don't feel the pause. Rather, observe the pause. Thank you, and it's back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. Brilliant report there. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lydia. So we move on to Toastmaster Toby Loba Akinmolua, who has been keeping time for us. Please kindly tell us how we fared with time today. Did we fare well? Toastmaster Toby?
Oh, here I am. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Again, it's a pleasure to serve you today as the timer. We did very well with time, very spectacular, very fantastic. However, we overshot in certain areas. We overshot by a few minutes during the table topic segment. It was slated for 10 minutes, but the entire segment lasted 11 minutes and 10 seconds. We also overshot we also overshot during this manual speeches evaluation by a few seconds. Each evaluator is allotted 2 to 3 minutes to give their evaluations to each speaker. I believe that with this feedback, we can do better with time. And that is all from me. And it's back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Toby. I love how you did that brilliantly without having to go the circle round and also take more time. I'll also try and follow your lead. Thank you so much for paying rapt attention to our speeches. Distinguished Toastmasters and guests, please allow me to read this report from the Gallup polls of 2022. And it says that positive feedback creates mental well-being by building trust and challenging people to do better. It creates better workspaces. So I think that our theme today and the feedback we have gotten will go a long way to improve our mental health. I don't know how I'm going to summarize everything with the time I have, but I'm going to try. This meeting has been nothing short of excellence. And I want to start by commending the pre-meeting activities, which was the fact that the meeting flyers had been out like 2 weeks before. And let me start with myself. I had signed up for this meeting about a month ago, and that's something I feel Pecten has done very powerfully. The fact that they reach out to role players and have you mark your calendar literally a month, sometimes more, before the meeting makes it easy for you to commit. I don't know how many of us had signed up like 3 months earlier, but I want to commend them for not always coming at the dying minutes to ask for role playing. So that was powerful preparation and planning. When I logged onto the meeting earlier today, I noticed that the hall was set. The meeting started on time. But before that, what stood out for me again was the point that a very soothing, therapeutic music serenaded the atmosphere. For someone who had a very stressful day at work, there was no better way to announce that the theme for the meeting was mental health than playing that music. So I want to commend the Zoom master and the team who launched me into a different realm by playing that soft music before the meeting today. That was outstanding. I love the SAA's opening remarks. I want to say it was timely. Oluwafemi, that was timely and spot on. We showed example. I love the president's opening remarks. And then I loved the fact that she emphasized the need to clap during the meeting. Something that we must always keep on in Toastmasters meeting. I love that. And then she introduced the team and told us we should serve up conversations that spark charge. And I love that the theme, which celebrates World Mental Day on October 10, had a way to connect with all of us. And that takes me to the highest point for me for today's meeting, the power of inclusion. Throughout this meeting, inclusion has run like a thread in all the activities. Throughout this meeting, we've seen how Toastmasters, Pecten Toastmasters Club has embodied that timeless value of inclusion. The way they asked someone who was yet to be inducted to take Dr. Tamuno to take that bit on mental health. The way they designed the PowerPoint slides to include all the inducted members, and also the way they ensure that everyone who had contributed to helping them achieve the 8/10 goal was highlighted on the slides, and their achievements were totally and completely highlighted. Please put your hands together for yourselves, Toastmasters, and Pecten Toastmasters, guardians of excellence. That was absolutely brilliant. These are not the things that, I don't want to go into other details, but these are the things that stood out for me today. For the speeches, Toastmaster, first speaker, I wrote here that I loved your voice. Your voice was very therapeutic. So I think if you've not thought about being a therapist, this is the time to take up that responsibility. Toastmasters has a way of introducing us to newfound career paths. And trust me, from this speech, you qualify to be a therapist. You can heal a soul. The second speaker, Toastmaster and Sika Ntia, your creativity with words, the way you embroider language is something we should all take away and study as communicators. Thank you for being available to give that speech and giving it beautifully. To the evaluators, Toastmaster I said, Toastmaster Gideon, beautiful, brilliant, absolutely brilliant evaluations. I don't want to add any more to your evaluations. Let me also highlight that during the mental health session, I like to highlight that session, I took note of something that the doctor said there, which was striking, which was when you say, hold on, just a minute. When you say I am fine, do you really mean it? I think that's what he said. When you say that you are fine, do you really mean it? That was a very simple way of presenting a message on mental health. And Dr. Tamuno, I noticed that you spoke like a Toastmaster. You incorporated a personal story and you had a great call to action. That was beautifully delivered. I don't know why you took so long to join, but now that you are here, I think we can expect so much more from you. Let us move on to how Dr. Esse has become a hype queen from becoming a distinguished Toastmaster and a doctor of philosophy. She has become a hype queen and a hype mistress. Dr. Esse, the way you hype people should be studied, because I don't know how you would tell us that in level 1 we're 100 level students, and then in level 2 we are 200 level students, and you kept saying that we're almost Toastmasters in university, and then at the end you were able to show us through example that you had become a DTM. Hype yourself in the picture too, letting us know that, look, if we can continue with this practice, we can actually get there. I love the word guardians of excellence. I love the word intending Toastmaster instead of guest. I love the word client instead of patient. Now, what does that tell us? Words empower. The way you use words empower each and every one of us. What recommendations would I want to give for such a beautifully put together meeting? I have written a lot down, which I can't say, but this is just one recommendation I would say. For the online attendees, please, next time, let's plan to turn on our videos. I know that those in the physical audience were having a swell time, and those of us here, we probably would have loved to see your face and see your smiles and connect, but at least it would have helped our mental health for today and made us feel very positive. I also would love to recommend time management, not in the sense of time management, but for example, we could have given more time to the table topics evaluator because she has to evaluate more people. Would have also maybe taken out one or two aspects of the program. I mean, I looked at the program and I was wondering what could we have taken off, but I know it could have been challenging. That way we wouldn't have been hurrying to meet up. But on time management, I'd like to commend the Toastmaster of the day. Sir, what you did today was nothing short of using a superpower. The program was well packed, but you navigated it without taking much of our time at any part of the session. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I commend the table topics respondents, all that stood up. I commend each and every one of us who showed up for this meeting today. And I want to leave us with this quote that says that in life, we can actually set goals for ourselves. No one can blow our trumpet better than we do. No one can set goals for ourselves better than us. The milestones that Pecten has registered shows that they have even set higher goals for themselves than Toastmasters had set for them. Pecten, you have outdone yourselves today. Like people say, you ate and left no crumbs. Let us all try to ensure that we outdo ourselves all the time. Let us outdo ourselves. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nameti Aban, for that wonderful and succinct evaluation of the entire meeting and every role player. As we come to the close of our meeting today, I've had a swell time. And just to give a tidbits of things I picked from our meeting today, practice self-compassion. You have not communicated until your audience takes action beyond understanding. Your mental health is precious. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, someone said we ought to care about our mental health just as much as we do our physical health. I thoroughly agree with this. This meeting today has given us more tools to ensure we take care of our mental health and also ensure those around us are doing the same. Pecten Toastmasters, it has been my pleasure to serve as your Toastmaster of the day this evening. Goodbye for now, and look beyond the smile. Over to you, Madam President.
I'll keep this really short so we don't stay longer than expected. Thank you so much. Please, let's put a warm round of applause to everybody who has spoken, come on, elected, done something today, and the guys who work behind the scene. Thank you, everyone. Special thanks, Dr. Amy, for taking on that session. Our new members, yes, I don't longer call them inductees, new Pectenites, a warm welcome to you again. Our guests on the call, thank you so much for joining us. The numbers make the difference because we know that we're reaching far and wide, and that's part of the promise we've made as Toastmasters. So thank you so much for joining us today. Quickly, our next club meeting is November 4th. It's a Tuesday, and it's all virtual, so we're not going to have the hybrid. Basecamp tour for members. So this is for Toastmasters and Pectenites alike, but it's for you new members. So you get familiar with navigating the learning system, the learning management system that we have. So that tour is going to happen November 1st. We would communicate, of course, in the WhatsApp group, but that's something that's in focus. And then finally, to help us on board and start our speaking journey, we're planning a speechcraft session. The date will be communicated as well to the new members of the club. For those who would like to join the Basecamp tour, it's going to be open to everybody, so might as well come. We never learn completely from the pathways. With that said, I would like anybody, I'm going to call the meeting to a close, so I'm officially adjourning the meeting for today. Now, anybody wants to take it on, please start. Yeah. So if you're in the physical audience, you have to come stand here. Special thanks to all our role players. Thank you so much for coming through.
Toastmaster Steven, kindly raise your hand.
So say it in 5 quick successions,
yeah? All right, let's go.
Yeah. Inhala, exhale.
I don't know who chased me out here actually. Anyways, which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? 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 Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches?
We have Toastmaster Abraham up. Kindly unmute and give it a try.
All right. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches?
All right, is there any other person?
Do we have any other volunteer? Do you want to try? Yeah. Give it a try. You guys can try. Give it a try. Give it a try. Go back to the lesson. You want to try? Just break a leg, not our leg. Hey, let's go. All right, let's go. All right.
This calmness, you're not for my east thing. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? I can say. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? All right, thanks everyone. We're going to just call the meeting to an end. You're free to just say hi to your friends in camera. And those who are in the room, of course, you can connect to yourselves. But thanks for coming, and we'll see you at the next meeting.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, our guests. Thanks, Dr. Amy. Thanks, Calmness. Thank you, everyone. Congrats, Imabong. Welcome to Pecten. Welcome to our new members.
Congratulations, new members.
New members, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Calmness. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, DPN.
Thank you.
So you can be heading out now.
All right.
I don't want you guys doing this by yourself, so you don't have any. Please take the papers in front of you. If you have any empty bottles, help trash them as you're stepping out. Thank you.